Welcome back to the Analyst Desk for this, the OPL Grand Final. My name is Michael Hingis-Hing, and we are live at the Brisbane Piazza with the lovely Brisbane River behind us. It is about to go into Game 3. Chiefs are up 2-0 if you're just joining us. So, guys, I want to ask you, start it off, if you're Legacy's coach right now, to get back in this game, what are you doing in that team room right now? What changes are you making? What kind of motivational speeches are you giving? Tegan, let me start with you. We'll go down the line.
Quote some sort of movie? No.
Yeah. Samuel Jackson.
If I'm Legacy, I say go back to standard. Don't fret over what's happened because you're not going to be able to change it. Think about it this way. Chiefs aren't infallible. Hell, SKT aren't infallible. They just got reverse sweeped. Radio was saying, oh, Chiefs sort of mirror SKT's results, right? Reverse sweep them. Go back out there, play your standard stuff, play what you're comfortable with, and work from that.
I would say that two things. So firstly, mentally, they really have to come back. So like I said, 0-0. Think about it as if it's 0-0, play as if it's 0-0. And the second thing you need to do is think about what you're going to do in game after that. And I really think that from that game, Legacy are not really comfortable playing bot side. Even though from game one they decided it wasn't working, so game 2 decided to switch up and play bot side. Pick the Shen, pick Lucian Prom, didn't work out. Now game 3, like I think Tegan said, go back to basics, go back to what your strengths are, don't fight fire with fire.
I want to caveat my pit with Soulstrikes is a much better coach than me, and that I have been in this situation before, and my team lost. They were the 2014 Summer Chiefs. So I do want to point that out. However, in saying that, I think that I'm kind of the opposite. I say just feed the beast. I mean, right now, Carbon's kicking himself. If I am Soulstrikes, I'm pulling him aside. I'm like, Carbon, this is your team. If we lose 3-0, a lot of it is on you, not because you're playing poorly, but because you're the captain and we need you to pull them out of the hole. I used to call on Swiffer a lot in a similar situation. You know, don't let the map lose around you. Get on something and win it. Be the proactive guy. So this time, I am saying fight fire with fire. I'm saying go back to one of your oldest comfort picks. I mean, get on a Rek'Sai, get on something that can get in lanes early and just start punching people as much as you can, because Carbon is a great player. He's better than this, and I want to see him bounce back.
All right, well, we are about to go into Game 3. But before we do, I'd like to tell you about a social contest we are running tonight. That is, the Chiefs are up 2-0 right now. They could be taking this in a 3-0 victory, but we want to know from you how you think this is going to end. Hashtag #IamOPL. The best and most creative answers might win a prize. You can check our Twitter for details. That is at @lol_Oceania. But that's enough social out of the way. Let's get back to this game. What do we need to see? What do you want to see from Legacy going into Game 3? Aside from, obviously, motivational speeches and more aggression.
I want to see Soraka. I want to see something that may not be the best pick, but it's comfortable. I can't stress that enough. Go back to somewhere where you're not stressed out, where you're not worried, because they're down 0-2. They're obviously going to be worried, and play something where you're used to what's going to happen.
I want to see Tally throw the gauntlet at Swiper. I think that, you know, we've seen a Graves come out in competitive play top lane. It was against a Gangplank. Just leave the powers top lanes up and take whatever is the best champion available, because you guys were right. I mean, if anyone was slumping coming into this before semis, it was Swiper. The Chiefs were trying to build him up, and you saw that a lot of what they're doing is around that. So, you know, try and get back in Swiper's head, because this isn't only about winning the next game, right? You still have to win the 2 after that as well. And I think that if maybe they pick on Swiper a little bit this game, that's their door back into the series.
So I also agree with you. I think that if I really want to see it, because from last split, I remember Tally being an absolute monster playing against him. I just could not play against him. And I really want to see Tally step up and show everybody why I think he was the MVP of last split, and why Legacy have always played around him.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, those are some wise words. If Legacy are watching right now, that's some potential advice from us. I hope they aren't. That would be probably against the rules, I expect. But that is enough from us here at the Analyst Desk. Let's throw it over to our casters. It's Rusty and Atlas.
Thank you very much, Hingers. We are in for game number 3. And yeah, those motivational speeches, that's going to have to be like Braveheart level, I reckon, in order to get Legacy back in on this, because Chiefs have just been ridiculous. Winning 5 minutes faster in game number 2. Theoretically, it's a 20-minute victory now for the team if we go on the pattern. We'll see whether Legacy can bounce back, whether it's going to be once again those winter finals.
Yeah, they don't look like slowing down at all, the Chiefs. They have a lot of momentum coming into this next game, and it's super scary for Legacy to be up against what is now a rampaging Chiefs roster. But I agree with that Analyst Desk. They should throw the gauntlet. Tally should just find an opportunity to pop off and take it to Swiper. They're getting a lot of momentum towards the Chiefs top laner. If they can stop that from happening, potentially the game goes in a different direction. Game number 2, Spooks did more damage than Swiffer. Swiper did more damage than Swiffer. He was non-existent. The only person he did more damage than was Ejim.
Yeah, And even the Kog'Maw didn't do that much more damage than everybody else. So it was a ridiculous performance from the tank line. And I think putting down this jungle top lane duo that has been Spooks and Swiper, I completely agree, is going to be very, very important. If that means Tally can go completely ballistic, once again get back to that MVP form
Give me
from
the
Split
Riven.
1, yeah, that's what I want. Paradise has done it. Tally was the OG Riven main here in the OPL.
He has actually played a bit of it in solo queue. I don't want to like say that he's going to lock it in right now, but it's backs against the wall for Legacy, and you have to choose now. Do we go to Standard? Do we just try and beat them again and cut our losses and just play towards our strengths one more time? Or do we throw the gauntlet to the Chiefs and say, let's just do something crazy?
Yeah, well, speaking of the Chiefs, you saw them on your screen right there. Swiffer looking very comfortable. And a man who can definitely play very well with a lead, but if you shatter the confidence of the Chiefs now when they're so close, it could be that opportunity for that reverse sweep. Could be an opportunity now for Legacy to get their foot back in the door, and it has to be, because this is do or die.
Yeah, and all it takes is one win for Legacy, and it feels like from that one win, momentum could be there. Questions could come into the minds of the Chiefs as we're in Champ Select.
Yeah, Champ Select now as Chiefs move over to the blue side for the first time. Once again, going to be banning away the Gangplank. Karma going to be removed again here by Legacy. We'll see whether the bans do change. Looks like no for the side of the Chiefs.
Lots of respect shown from Legacy to the flex pick of that Karma as we do see a change.
Yeah, Talia once again going to be banned away like game 1, but not in game 2. Exactly right.
They realize the error of their ways in the second game.
And there's the adaptation here by the Chiefs. They get rid of the Gnar this time on the blue side of the map. Vladimir, of course, on the red side needs to be banned. He's going to be taken away by Legacy. And now the Chiefs, what decision do they make? Do they pick something like the Shen for Swiper on the top side of the map? Won't be Tryndamere.
It could well be something like the Lucian again. Taking it from King, perhaps making him play something else. The Sivir was actually very impressive from Raze.
It was.
Had a great first game. They have a lot of options here. They could even go Rek'Sai once again and just let Spooks take that from Carbon.
This is actually the first time that we've seen Gragas be left up as well, and that's going to be the first pick here for the Chiefs. Swiper going to take that one for Spooks, and Spooks has had some of his most impressive performances on the champion is Carbon. Oh, don't you play with my heart, boy! He's not. It's fine. He's going to lock in Braum. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I haven't seen Braum jungle very often though.
No.
I would have preferred Lee Sin.
Yeah, I think he's probably better. You can use your concussive blows on the minions though, so get some attack speed in there. But it is going to be the bottom lane locked away here for Legacy. Chiefs once again having a look around.
Now, I have an inkling that he won't play Aurelion Sol. He's just shouting out to the LCK games from last night. Still a lot of options available for the Chiefs, having not locked in their mid lane. Not a lot of bans this time around once again available. So they could go the Cassiopeia route. Could go Lissandra once again, was successful in that first game.
I also really love Cassiopeia picked in tandem with Gragas at the same time. That explosive cask into the lower range, petrifying gaze from Swiffer could be very, very scary. And Raze thinking about hopping back onto that utility, 16 seconds to go. See what picks the Chiefs are going to lock away, because these have been pretty solid for the last little while, although they mess with us all the time. So it is going to be, okay.
Wow.
Caitlyn Tahm Kench locked in by the Chiefs.
That is an entirely different strategy coming out of the Chiefs. They've got the Tahm Kench to save one of their big carries, most likely going to be the Caitlyn, who works in siege compositions, and that is what the Chiefs currently have already.
Yeah. Of course, Gragas, fantastic at that. Legacy now. Their next couple of picks, of course, we'll see who they're going to save until last, whether it will be Tally, and they'll lock away Riven, and it'll be amazing. Not sure whether it will be.
They also want to set Choose up with a not losing lane at the very least. He just wants to survive, get through that laning phase, join them in the mid to late game team fights, and be a big threat.
So do we expect something like a Victor or Cassiopeia here coming out of Choose?
Still a standard safe mid lane pick would be the ideal option. Not knowing who he's against, but also being on red side this time Legacy. They may leave him to last, but it's not likely.
Oh, it is going to be Rek'Sai for Carbon. The desk breathes a sigh of relief as he hops back onto that early game mobile champion, get himself around the map, get things done, and Choose once again on the Cassiopeia. Ray's now thinking about what he wants to do to help round out this Chiefs lineup. We'll see. Top laner, possibly, unless the Gragas is going up there, or the Tahm Kench is going up there. There's a lot of flexibility for those two champions. And Swift is champion there for the mid lane.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lissandra locked in with it. Again, was successful for them in the first game. We have said the word Victor a lot. There's also LeBlanc available. Doesn't actually do that bad into Cassiopeia, but in her current form, she can stop you from distorting places if they're good.
Yep.
Well, it's a bit risky.
Relatively telegraphed if you're going to distort for that combo as well onto the Cassiopeia. So you will be facing her while you're heading in. Sounds like a frightening prospect to me. There's 2 seconds to go. That's going to be Shen for Swiper. A lot of tanky bodies out of the Chiefs. As once again, they're going for that late game AD carry and a lot of CC and facilitation coming out of Swiffer's mid laner in this Lissandra.
And they just rounded their team composition out with dive everywhere.
Oh my goodness,
Got a Lissandra who can go under the turret, ultimate herself, and immediate echo.
There's Tally. Kuden even looks surprised, as he was the one that actually locked it in, which is an odd thing. Tally, wow. This has been a champion that he's found incredible success on. We were talking about MVP Tally from Split 1 of the OPL 2016. Well, this was the champion that he did a lot of those performances on.
Yeah, and we can talk about MVP Tally. We need to see that in this game if Legacy are going to have a chance in the series. Has to step up massive. Picks a matchup that he's comfortable with. Nero immediately locks it in.
Yeah.
And that's the gauntlet thrown.
Certainly is. Carbon as well may not need to worry as much about Spooks' early pressure. Of course, Gragas a lot of early ganking power with the extra CC, but doesn't have the raw damage that a Graves can bring if he finds a low Rek'Sai in the jungle. So theoretically, it might be a better start here for Legacy, and the first time that they've been on the red side. There's a lot of changes, a lot of possible momentum breaks for the Chiefs if Legacy can make a good start here in game number 3.
Absolutely possible. Big game here for Legacy. The Chiefs at set point.
Yeah, this is their ticket to Brazil, to the IWCQ, and possibly that chance to get to Worlds. They've been so hungry for it for so long. And if you believe you can do it, use that hashtag CHFWin on Twitter. If you think Legacy can bring us more League of Legends, use that hashtag LGCWin. Legacy Legion, we need to hear from you to get us into that game number 4. But right now, game number 3 is all we need to think about because the Chiefs are poised at 2-0.
And plain and simple, do or die now for Legacy. There's nothing that they can leave behind. They have to hold nothing back and just give it to the Chiefs.
Chiefs already feeling like it's Christmas. And Spooks with the Santa Gragas. That's adorable. Big fan.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
There's now not too much of a change as far as how we're starting this game off, except the fact that the Chiefs are wearing blue shorts as opposed to the red ones. And that's a Storm Raiders surge actually coming out of Choose as well. Wants the mobility.
Yeah. I guess he doesn't have the Ghost, has to go for Cleanse against the Lissandra.
Yep.
And so now benefiting with a bit more move speed. Means his damage is also lacking to tanks though, not having a Deathfire touch to chunk them out. Risky call, but values the move speed.
Yeah, no, actually, I find it rather interesting. Just, slow resistance that you do get from the Storm Raider surge, and I guess the movement speed is good, but there's a lot of hard CC out of the Chiefs.
I mean, the thing is, I've even spoken to Swiffer about this, and he believes Thunderlords is just the better Keystone Mastery out of all of them anyway, because the damage is surprising. You never actually calculate for a Thunderlords on top of the damage they're doing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sometimes can be the difference between a kill or not.
Well, we'll see how Choose is going to play this one out as King and Kuden start here on the Grom. Going to be more than comfortable here with the same duo lane. Of course, King in the last game did the most damage in the game, so we shouldn't be really questioning the Lucian play out of this man for the moment. See whether he can turn it on here for game number 2.
Yeah, still a fantastic mechanical player, but it's not him that needs to determine who wins or loses this game. King will do his part.
Yeah.
It's known that the bottom lanes aren't the hard carries anymore unless you're in the LPL. It's all about top lane, mid lane, and jungle, what they can do together to influence that rest of the map.
Well, right now, bottom lane is going to clash. Legion and Raze just hanging out. Nice headshot there onto King as Raze just doing the Caitlyn things. Very, very frustrating in lane, but will possibly fall off here in the mid game.
Actually just incredibly annoying. When you start a jungle camp, get level 2 immediately, and just place 3 traps in the lane.
Yeah.
Really grinds my gears.
King is able to move out of the way of them at the moment. That Yordle Snap Trap not going to find him just yet. First Dragon is going to be that Mountain Drake as Swiffer moves out of the way of the poison. Choose still able to throw down his Twin Fangs, of course utilizing them to farm very effectively. Cassiopeia pretty good at that.
Yeah, again, a lot of the emphasis in this middle lane is on wave clear for Swiffer. Pushes the wave, disappears. and just tries to influence the rest of the map, whereas Choose is trying to kill his lane opponent, keep him mid, and actually stop him from rotating. It's easier said than done, given the last 2 games.
Yeah, he's now able to at least shove him in. Now Tally and Swiper just fighting towards the top side. Swiper looking to try and, like you said, influence the rest of the map. Tally as well, we'll see whether his teleports are going to be on point and what build he goes for here on the Echo. Do you think maybe like full tank, or do you want to see the Trinity Force?
If it's not Trinity Force, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, so do I. If it's not a dash cannon straight afterwards, I'd be disappointed as well.
I mean, you're just probably just going to get disappointed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I often am, let's be honest. Have you heard me talk about items?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yet again. Swiffer and Choose facing off. That's a big wave moving towards Swiffer. Carbon on the bottom side of the map, looking for a gank on that bottom lane. Spook's doing the same thing towards the top, but it's a good position for Carbon at the moment. Not able to find his way through. Remember, Ejim pretty dang good at disengaging as Tally. Oh, that phase dive was close. Spook's unable to find the belly bob.
Super close, but doesn't get him.
Flash used on the bottom side of the map, however, so Raze did have to use that to get out of the way. Carbon, successful gank number 1.
Yeah, Kuden also using his own, so Summoner spells burnt from 2 players of the 4 in that bottom lane. It's a Tahm Kench after all, whilst the Caitlyn you'd expect has a fair bit of lane control. Tahm Kench just kind of sits there and hits it with his tongue.
Well, in goes Spooks, gets the flash body slam. The flash from Choose is good. We'll get him back underneath this turret, so no first blood this time.
It is good, but Gragas can come back. Choose has no Summoner spells, has to go back to base and reset. There's a good opportunity now for Swiffer to pick up 1 extra wave, more gold, and perhaps have a more timely recall. If I was Spooks, I'd be coming back mid.
Yeah. At the moment, just needs to go to his wolf camp. The Snake Lady going to slither her way back into the mid lane and swipe him. Oh, little taunt there onto Tally. Not capable of all that much damage at the moment. Corrupting Potion has run out, however. DGem. A lot of stacking passives on this bottom side of the map. Neither of them going to reach completion, however.
There's no Jin, otherwise it would have been glorious.
Yeah. Another Tongue Lash comes out. Ejim landing that one quite nicely onto Kuden, down to about half health.
It's all just about slow play at the moment, though, from the Chiefs. They've got the Caitlyn composition if they ever find an opportunity to group up, to utilize the Shen split pushing, and then just put Caitlyn somewhere where she can place traps and hit turrets. Then Chiefs are winning this game, whereas Legacy, they actually want to kill the Caitlyn, stop them from sieging, and get skirmishes ideally as well with a Rek'Sai or a Lucian or a Cassiopeia involved. They want Carbon to do something.
Yeah, I actually really love that idea as well. We haven't seen all that much Caitlyn now that we move over to 6.15, but that's exactly what she's good at. That first turret blood is something that you can possibly get quite easily, as Ejim's going to have to eat Raze on the bottom side of the map. Spits him out, that movement speed of course helping. The Chiefs reset. Decent attempt there from Kuden though.
The beautiful thing about Tahm Kench is if someone makes a mistake,
Oh, go. In goes Swiffer, actually gets the Frozen Tomb onto Choose. Stand United's down as well. Going to help Swiffer out. That taunt was God's here. That first blood goes to Swiper and the fight is on. Good parallel convergence, but Swiffer gets out of the way. And Tally now has to run off. We'll see whether he can get back in, but doesn't look like it.
and they don't get the kill on a Swiffer. Good use of the flash and saving it for that long, honestly. This is why you come mid lane. You force Choose to recall. That's the experience advantage that Swiffer gets, most importantly, and the repeat offense that can come out when solo laners hit that ultimate point, and they make Legacy pay.
That was incredibly well played. We saw the Chiefs try to do this in game number 2 as well. Not as successfully. This time certainly worked out, and that early entrance from Spooks into that mid lane paying off.
Yeah, it really does feel like Carbon is MIA at the moment. Super unfortunate for Legacy not having their Rek'Sai around. And honestly, it comes back to the initial point from game number 1 where Spooks is just moving around the map, seemingly more efficient.
He just honestly has Carbon's number this series. I feel like the mind game is in his favor at this particular moment. Will take a lot of effort here from Carbon to get his way back through. Currently farming out his jungle. He's 8 CS behind as far as those camps are concerned. Once again, lanes pushing in favor of the Chiefs, especially here in the mid lane.
This is a perfect start for the Chiefs. Game number 3, set point for them. You couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, Swiper hits that level 7 equal with Tally and denies that siege minion. He's so tanky as well now. Blimey Cinder completed. Got himself another Ruby Crystal. Looks like the Spectre's Cow is going to be the next option. The Shen Going to be a pretty immovable object towards the top side.
Yeah, we're at a first big potential point of play. Of course, Spooks will need to recall beforehand, but the opportunity will be there for both teams to look towards the Drake, but primarily for the Chiefs to do so. Note, Tally doesn't have his teleport, even used his ultimate to get back to lane more efficiently. He'll be okay now in the 1v1, but if they go for the Mountain Drake, it should be theirs.
At the moment, no one really looking for it. Good vision around it by Legacy. Might give Tally some time to react if the Chiefs try to get in there to set up for themselves. Swiffer currently doing that right now, as you can see. Gets a couple of wards over the top. Nice tongue lash there from Ejim towards the bottom side as Ray's just clearing minions one after the other, and he's got a huge lead. This Caitlyn just doing Caitlyn things.
Similar principle to that of the Sivir when you play League of Legends. You just want to make King on his Lucian fight minions, not you, so that you can hit him for free. As now the bottom lane of the Chiefs moving forward aggressively, controlling Legacy's jungle.
And already a little Sentinel going over to Raze, once again padding that stat. As Swiffer's come over, wants to try and pick this one up for himself. Throws down the Q, that's going to be Spooks locking it down. They don't want to take too much of a risk. Chiefs move their bottom lane right back. King and Kuden, we'll see whether they can respond. Of course, Glacial Fissure is available, the culling is also available.
Yeah, a lot of strength to be seen. Of course, the Braum being on Lucian's team means nobody can block the culling. And the door is proving not to be too effective. I just lost my words. Yeah, nice. English.
No, not all that effective, correct. I heard it being completely right. Let's choose stacking up that tier now in the mid lane. He's even in farm. Everything's going fine, despite that earlier kill. Swiffer possibly could be... No, he's got a glacial path. Never mind.
Remember though, Cassiopeia, if there's ever a W there, you can't take any movement spells.
Hey, that's true.
There's always a kill threat. And Carbon finally starting to make some moves on Summoner's Rift, looked towards mid lane. And Swiffer's getting a little bit coy, always moving around, trying to make plays.
Ejim actually has to eat his grey health here underneath the turret as King. Wow, that headshot
Spooks
was a lot.
Yeah, he gets the flash body slam. There's the ultimate as well as Kuden flashes his way up, but Swiper's in, the exhaust down. King's gonna die, Carbon turns up, but is it too late as Kuden's in trouble? Swiper's gonna catch up to him. It's a double kill for the Shen, and Carbon now relegated underneath his turret, but Raze is at about 100 health. And he's having a bit of trouble working out where the heck to go.
Yeah, he may die to minions at this point. Carbon's just playing pest. They want to dive him, get the turret. But he wants Raze.
Teleport. There's the Norm though coming out of Ejim. Frozen Tomb picks up the kill. Spooks in trouble and
Tally's
grabs him. And Tally gets in the backside. Raze flashes his way out. Ejim's going to fall and Tally looking to catch up. But Choo Choo's underneath this turret is going to fall incredibly low. Unless these minions frustrate Swiffer, and they do. This is a disaster for the Chiefs as the Timewinder comes in once again. Triple kill for Tally. King turns up, and the Chiefs get wiped.
They get a complete ace for Legacy at 11 minutes into this game. Game number 3 is entirely turned around for Legacy now. They've got momentum. They need to consolidate what they just found.
That's incredible. Now Legacy with the time on their hands. We'll see whether this outer turret does fall down, whether this bottom lane from the Chiefs can make it there in time. Because that could be such a big move, especially if King grabs the money.
And we do get to see Tally pop off here. This is movements to keep Choose down and forcing an early flash from him. So it does get out all right. Ray is currently having an epic battle with minions. The problem here is he gets engaged on, heals at the same time as getting eaten by Ejim, so wasted spells. And that's honestly where things start to go a little bit poorly. Spooks, if the eat was available, could have lived and could have played a part in ensuring that Tally doesn't get this triple kill. But that Echo, he just styled on everybody from the Chiefs.
Yeah, just incredibly well played and good cleanup here by Tally. Choose also surviving. Would have been a big mental blow to the Chiefs because honestly, Swiffer almost cancelled that auto attack. It looked so close. But Chiefs do get towards this bottom outer turret. And it may actually fall here. Legacy caught napping just a little bit. That's going to be first turret blood going over to the Chiefs.
Just Caitlyn.
Yeah. Gold lead now secured well and truly.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Legacy, they make a good play, but they're still being moved around on the map. On the opposite side of the rift is Carbon at the moment, and the enemy Wolves. But Chiefs take a turret, they immediately go to the Drake, and there's no response currently from Legacy at all.
Yeah, well, Void Rush is going to come in. So at least Carbon makes it towards the bottom side, but it's too little too late. And remember, Legacy didn't have their teleport. They didn't have Tally available.
They will collapse on Tally here. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, Swiper's going to turn up. There's the phase dive over. He gets slowed. Swiffer gets the stun down. Good shield for Tally. Looks to clear out this pink ward. Blue buff is going to be the target here for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Carbon's still looking towards it just with the P shooter, but doesn't find it. Really just being a pest at the moment, though, is Tally. And the only fortunate thing for the Chiefs in that respect is the Swiper's got 3 of the kills. It's 4 to 5, and 6 of them are in the top lane for each respective top laner.
Both of them playing very well. Swiffer doesn't get the stun, but Legacy were ready. Swiffer's in trouble. The ultimate comes down, but he's going to get destroyed way too fast. Legacy waiting patiently.
They've changed their strategy here. They're moving up towards the top side. They look towards Swiffer so that he can't look towards the rest of them. They've completely adjusted what they were looking towards, and their focus shifting in a positive direction.
Yeah, this game's still very, very close, but it does look like Legacy have got some of their pizzazz back. Looking forward to seeing whether they can continue to make further advancements.
It also coincides with Caitlyn having an item trough to the Ghost Blade of King.
Yeah,
so there's plenty of opportunities for Legacy in the next 2 to 5 minutes before he completes an item to actually start making some plays. That kill in the mid lane is a good first step, but King just doesn't have vision yet. They really need to set up.
Well, Tally will make this minion wave crash. And this bottom outer turret hasn't taken very much damage at all, though, just Caitlyn. What it does do, that situation. Nice Pistol Scepter now completed here from Swiffer, as well as the Lucidity Boot, so 20% CDR, as well as having that flash and teleport available a whole lot more often.
Yeah, this early in the game, we're starting to get those big item spikes once more for each respective team. The Trinity Force is the biggest one, though, for Tally.
Yeah.
He should be able to duke it out with Swiper and win now with his dueling item.
Especially now with 6 stacks on his Dark Seal as well, really cashing in on that triple kill from earlier. Timewinder still looks to do about nothing here to Swiper with his Spectre's Cowl and his Sunfire Cape. Not too much of a worry here for the Chiefs top laner. This is the Cannon Creeper, so that is just a disaster. Nice stun there from Tally. He's just trying to frustrate the Shin.
It's all about hitting those 3 stacks, though. Swiper's health bar does go down whenever he connects the passive on top of everything else. Legacy still looking a little bit more aggressive now, though, trying to make some plays.
They're the ones moving into the enemy jungle. They're the ones making the proactive moves, like you say. Raze does have a lot of flat AD as well as that attack speed, but you're right, there's no completed items here from this Caitlyn. Needs that Hurricane, needs the Infinity Edge.
Yeah, it is a while off if he's going towards the Infinity Edge. He needs to finish the Hurricane because of his item slots at the moment not being very efficient.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs might just hold on till then.
Well, Swiffer actually going to lock down Choose. The cleanse comes out, but there's the Petrifying Gaze. The slow comes in. Good flash from Carbon as Swiffer gets himself out. Tally now in trouble. The tower shot's going to come in. Ejim eats the Echo, and he's going to pick up the shutdown. King and Kuda now waiting off to the side. Ejim might face check. Winter's Bite lands, but Raze is going to turn up. The sandwich now on the bottom lane of Legacy. The Black Body Slam, the Black Dawn, and King taken down so low. Good ultimate comes out of Kuden, but he sacrifices himself. Choose is going to die. Whoa, the ace in the hole was close. But that's going to spell the outer turret, and the Chiefs bounce back.
It just happens every single time. The Chiefs are coming up so clutch, picking the engages, almost reactively to that of Legacy, though. The Shen's massive. The Gragas getting flash body slams and setting his team up is just incredible. Spooks is still having the series of his life.
Spooks and Swiper are honestly playing the best I've ever seen them play. This is unbelievable. That duo play with the flash body slam, the flash taunt was exceptional.
Yeah, and they, because of this skirmish, are able to get themselves past the item drop that the Caitlyn's experiencing, closer to that Infinity Edge and has a completed item. Works out so well.
Yeah. And even more wave clear to come in. That Piltover Peacemaker wasn't enough. Now that Ronan's going to be very, very happy. Only about 1,400 gold away from the Infinity Edge at the same time. 2 items feels pretty good for Caitlyn, but not best. Want to get to those 3 item, 4 item situation for this grid-based carry.
Yeah, definitely does. And he should be fine, honestly, set up for it now.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are just able to cruise around. Ocean Drake could be the next point they look towards. Oh, not even a necessity though, because again, they're a siege composition. The best thing that they want to do is hit turrets and force Legacy to come towards them. We saw the reactive play already in that middle lane.
Yeah, and talking about Siege, these traps are now being set up. Carbon looks for Ejim. There's the ultimate immediately from Swiper, though. Teleport from Swiffer. Kunin's getting taken down low, the double taunt, and there's the explosive cast. Kunin explodes, and Carbon's gonna follow. Parallel conversion, four-man stun. King, massive damage in the backline, but Choose can't find his way through. Swiper is gigantic. Tally falling down low, another good taunt is Tally. Okay, King able to lock that one up. Choose takes down Swiper. It's a 2 for 2, and it's a slugfest between Chiefs and Legacy.
We need to take a second to appreciate how much work Tally just did in that fight. And the fact that it was still this close really goes to show how tough it's going to be for Legacy past this point. A 4-man stun into a 3-man ultimate from an Echo that is massive almost turns the tide of that engage.
And Choose as well. I mean, his ultimate did a heck of a lot of work. Just in general, King was able to get the damage down, but look at the CC.
And seriously, just watch Tally right now. This parallel convergence placement with the direction the Chiefs want to go hits so many people. That was absurd. King able to free hitters. Now the Dragon.
Whoa! Okay, Spooks. He's going to get eaten through the wall as well. No flash needed. Didn't even have it. Oh, he is. He's a thief.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Really? Walks into your pit. Takes your Drake.
And it's like the most ironic situation as well, because he's Santa. Supposed to be giving.
Came down the chimney, stole your Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
And got eaten by a cane toad. It's not really Christmas at all.
Yeah, I know. This is the weirdest Christmas I've ever had. King and Cruden going to set up for this Rift Scuttlong. Swiper. Hitting in the wings actually down here. Doesn't have the ultimate back off cooldown just yet. It has his Spirit Visage completed. Back to the Void goes Harold. There's the Abyssal Voyage. Tally looking for the stun. Could possibly get it. Uses the ult. Gets himself out of the way. But the belly bop comes in. Swiffer's going to have the damage as Ace in the hole cleans it up. Ray says, that'll be my kill. Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
they even gift the kill to the Caitlyn. The Chiefs now looking towards a Swiper.
Yeah, and a whole host of trouble. Doesn't get stunned. Nice use of that W to stop a lot of the damage. But the taunt ain't going to do anything with when he's dead. And Legacy trade for the trade.
And unfortunately for Legacy, though, it does feel like an afterthought. The Chiefs are currently pushing towards the inner turret on this top lane. They will still get the outer in the middle lane from the looks of it, but it's not a winning trade at all.
Yeah, look at Ray's damage on this turret. Spook's happy to tank that one up, and that is 2 that come in. Good wins.
They might want to fight this, though.
Yeah, possibly looking for a way through. They're going to throw one down. Outer turret does eventually fall. Choose not going to be there for any team fight. Swiffer going to answer the Snake Lady in the mid.
Big rotation from Legacy stops Chiefs from pushing any further, but that was 2 big turrets taken down consecutively. And that gold lead is still not big enough to say that the Chiefs are well and truly ahead. And it's 1-4 in turrets. That's a big deal considering the gold's this close and there's 3 turrets available for Legacy.
Yeah, if a fight ever does break out and Legacy take it, especially convincingly, then that could just be the whole gold swing all the way back around, especially if one of those Barons is picked up. Ellie still doing work. Giant spell completed. Doesn't have any stacks left on his Dark Seal, unfortunately. The Merc Treads are there. He's getting tankier and tankier now. We'll see whether he can be exactly what Legacy need. He's 40 CS ahead. The Echo, like you said, massive.
Yeah, definitely is. Now the Baron is standing. You can see it there. Ward's being cleared at 21 minutes. It's a little bit early, to be honest with you, for the Chiefs team composition. What about this?
There's the body slam. Explosive cask avoided. That's because of the flash from Choose. Uses all of his buttons and gets out.
Yeah, has to cleanse to flash away, but does get away. And again, the reason that the Chiefs are placing these pink wards and all of this vision control near the pit, strictly to try and catch Legacy rotating towards it.
Carbon at least does have his tremor sense, so can spot the Chiefs, even if they don't have that vision. Thankfully for them, don't really need it. They do manage to get a ward in the Baron pit, now being pinged out by the Chiefs. And Swiffer, of course, very, very mobile. Will be able to clear the ward and get out.
He doesn't want to actually get hit by Baron. Thankfully, he can use his claw, get out safely. Legacy, they need shoes. That's what they need. They've got Tally in this third game. He's doing work. King has been doing a lot of work this whole series. He has been doing his part to win.
He has.
Just feels like Choose hasn't really shown up yet. This is a great opportunity for him, though. Lots of kill involvement.
Spooks and Ejim looking for a nice knock up there. Is Ejim going to try and run away quickly, but doesn't quite move fast enough. Stand United comes in. Spooks looking for the re-engages. Raise lots of damage onto Kuden. Teleport from Swiffer will need to ult himself most likely, but Tally is going to be the focus. Raze grabs it with a crit to the head. Ace in the hold down onto Carbon as now King doesn't have the front line he needs.
No.
That ultimate from Choose was massive, but good exhaust out of Ejim keeps him alive. Carbon falls as Raze is plowing through this team. Swiffer gets the lockdown. Sonyas is there and avoids the CC from the Braum. Massive fight for Chiefs.
Now the 2 carries from Legacy are still standing, so the Chiefs with no health bars can't push too far. They know that once they come back from the base, they'll be able to take them down. Just get what you can from a situation like this. No Baron should be looked at. Work around your Caitlyn.
Yeah, Raze now looking to set up some traps under this inner turret. It's taken a bit of damage already, and this wave clear is huge. King, can he defend on his own? And it looks like no is the answer. This is Caitlyn's favorite place. Shooting a turret.
And on the edge of a 3-0 victory now, Chiefs. Legacy is still here to play. That is a big lead, but that's not enough to win a game yet.
Not yet. We are not calling this one anywhere near over. He's going to have a look at that last skirmish again.
Yeah, Ejim saves Spooks a bit. And it's the Shen ultimate. Honestly, every single time that's been the difference. Telly comes in and they think they've caught Swiffer, but really they just haven't because the Chiefs are positioned so incredibly well to keep him alive while Swiper is dealing with one of the primary damage sources.
Just insane. This was good.
But he was exhausted at the same time. So again, beautiful play from the Chiefs at a micro level and then kiting backwards after this point, knowing that there's no point chasing further.
Swiffer as well, getting that Zhonya's, avoids the stun from King. That was 3 for nothing. 5,000 gold, the lead approximately for the Chiefs. 5 turrets now to 1. Tunnel's gonna go. Nice ward there outside the Baron pit, giving a lot of information here to Legacy.
Yeah, good ward, should spot everything. No pink wards available for the Chiefs, so they're not gonna look towards doing the Baron, you would imagine. Kill the Scuttle, there we go.
He wanted to buy as much time as he possibly could, you know? That is a rapid fire cannon done now for Raze. He's got himself a Null Magic Mantle. We'll see whether it's Mercurial Scimitar item number 4. There's Caitlyn. Never really looked like she was in a trough, and she's only getting more and more terrifying as these items kind of start coming in.
Yeah, they're at a point where the Chiefs can actually execute on their team composition, hit that late game stride. And right now they're starting up a second Ocean.
Yeah, it's already down to half health. Spooks and Swipe for the Dream Team at the moment. Ray's going to turn up, help out. There's the smite to lock it down. Remember, Legacy do have the Cassiopeia. A sneaky Baron would be something they're capable of, but they need to clear vision. They need to get some control of this map.
Yeah, I mean, Legacy backs against the wall. I think it's safe to say, but with a Cassiopeia and a back against the wall, Chiefs have one direction that they can go.
Yeah. And
going forwards into a Cassiopeia ultimate is ultimately just death.
Yeah, petrifying, some would say.
It's a bit scary.
Choose. He's clearing things out, building towards his Void Staff for item number 3. See whether he can actually pick it up on this back. We've got a QSS done for King, so that Frozen Tomb not as scary. And that's a Dead Man's Plate for Tally. Bit of extra damage, bit of extra tankiness. But he's 3-3-2 now. Very different from that 3-0 start to this game.
Yeah, at least has his items now starting to come together, but it feels like it still doesn't compare to his opposition. Once again, Spooks 0-1-10. That Frozen Heart's doing a lot of work.
Yep.
Able to stop a lot of damage. We're just waiting for someone to actually go.
Well, Swiffer might be engaged on here as Carbon as well. Raze has so much damage, gets into his tunnel network and gets himself out. Of course, Swiffer with his claw was able to escape at the same time.
Yeah, nobody following. Of course, Choose was around the corner on the snake. So they show respite. Everything resets one more time, but every single facet of Legacy's advances has been entirely negated by that of the Chiefs. They are just one step ahead, and they're doing Baron.
Yeah, they've got a Mountain Drake here as well. Ocean Drake going to help them the whole bunch of that region. But Legacy are going to be here. Stand United comes in on top of Spooks. Will they focus this Baron? Carbon unable to do it. He's also going to get taken down. The last crit bullet comes over the side and Raze locks it up. Tally now in the back line. Good stun as Swiffer gets in by Ejim in the nick of time. Tally with the ult. Tally closes in and gets
the mid laner, but falls down. Another body slam, 3-man barrel. Spook's going nuts. Swiper gets the stun, and that's the ace, and the Chiefs will move up mid lane. A complete ace now. Legacy have to watch as potentially their entire base starts to go down. The Baron buff to back up the Chiefs. They will get at least the inhibitor, you would imagine, with this push.
Raze has a lot of damage here at the same time. Will they be able to push any further is the question. Will definitely be the end of this inhibitor. Legacy, 4 seconds on Carbon. Tally under 20. Kuden's going to be up. It's going to be just the inhibitor. Chiefs do back away. Empowered recalls and a whole lot more siege power as if they needed it.
But we are 28 minutes in, and that's 10,000, the difference between both of these teams. They are set up, ready to get on that podium. This is dire for Legacy.
Beginning to book flights to Brazil. One step closer now for the Chiefs. Legacy not out of it yet. People have come back from worse. But it is so, so difficult. Guardian Angel almost done for Tally. It's an Archangel's close for Choose. It will be a Ceres when it gets completed, but it has to be a Void Star first.
They're close to fighting fit, they are. But 5 minutes maybe is how long they'll have to hold on for, and I just don't know if they can for 5 whole minutes watch the Chiefs just push them in.
Yeah.
Again, composition-wise, the Chiefs can just set up a siege, utilize Raze on the Caitlyn, or they can look for a neutral objective, place the traps, and make Legacy come at them.
It's going to be another Mountain Drake here as well. And double Mountain makes it very difficult to defend turrets. Raze now doing crits for, you know what, 1,700 damage. That's terrifying. Now that his Mercurial Scimitar is completed, only now needs something like the last Whisper item as Raze gets the crit. King takes half of his health bar. That is just dumb. Every bullet counts now. There's the shield coming out from the face of the mountain. And Swiper now split pushing on the top side against Tally.
But Swiper's just an impenetrable fortress of a human being at the moment. Like, Tally cannot actually touch him. He will always be in these fights. That's a lot of traps.
That is a lot of traps. 5. As you can see, Raze just running around in circles and then throwing rapid fire cannon shots at that turret. And then moving up, gets the autos. The Miasma is there, but look at that damage as the tower gets completed. Chiefs now pushing forward to the inhibitor. Super creeps have to be dealt with. Legacy just don't look like they have the answers. Raze so hot on his feet right now.
And the Tahm Kench pick again. They try and go in. Tahm Kench just eats the Caitlyn, and they walk away.
Oh, Swimp is the one going in. 4-man snare as King's in trouble. Carbon going down low as look at the crits from Raze. Flashes forward. Picks up the Braum. King's on the fountain. Legacy still have the damage remaining. Good stun comes out of Tally as Choose is trying to follow up, but the Chiefs are too far ahead. King melts. Double kill for the Caitlyn. Make that a triple as Tally gets exhausted. And Raze, welcome to the Chiefs. And welcome to your first OPL Finals victory as the Chiefs take down Legacy.
Your 2016 OPL champions, the Chiefs.
One more time, guys. Give it up for the Chiefs. One more time, Brisbane. Give it up for the Chiefs.
Sam, one more time. You guys are OPL finalists, OPL champions. Tell me how it's feeling.
Mate, feel pretty bloody good, I'll tell you that much. You know, I'm proud of the boys because, you know, we were a little bit worried going into this series, but everyone played their absolute best today, and I'm so fucking happy.
It's one thing to beat Legacy, but to sweep them 3-0. I mean, just talk about Legacy and how they're a hard opponent at all times.
Yeah, Legacy always like bring it to us. As I said before, like we were a little bit nervous going into the series. I've never had this feeling going into an OPL final where I'm like not 100% confident we were going to win. But yeah, credit again to my boys. So proud that, you know, we played this well today.
All right, eyes on the prize. I mean, you win the final. IWCQ just around the corner. New superstar 80 carry. Are you guys confident going in?
Like, Worlds is an absolute dream for us, and we're playing so well at the moment. So we are very confident, and, you know, hopefully we can win.
And what do you want to say to these people here and at home?
Look, thanks for all the support, guys. Really appreciate it. The crowd was amazing today. So good. And hopefully we can represent Oceania well when we go overseas. Love you guys.
I certainly think you will. Brisbane, that is all from us here. Thank you so much for joining us at home. We'll see you at IWCQ.
My fingers tied.